morning, friends, from the Universal Orlando Resort, bright and early. It is August 3rd, 2026, and it sounds like crews last night were able to put up the final last two pieces of Fast and Furious. So the layout is officially complete. Now begins all the fun work. So let's head on over and get a better view from City Walk and Hard Rock, because it's a huge milestone that they got it done today. So I'm excited. I think we're all excited. Let's go check it out. She looks so pretty. Well, so far from City Walk, it looks great. Let's head on over to Hard Rock and get a better view from a little bit higher up. Something I want to point out right here, this track comes really close to the return run. So there's a lot of very close calls everywhere on this ride. All right, let's look around the rest of the site and see what else they've been working on, because there are several other points that they have been focusing on to really finish out the tall work and the tracking columns. I've pointed this out in a couple other videos, but there's two flanges where the support columns connect to the track that they've been working on. The lower one, they have now shielded from view. That is because they're cutting off the old one to put a new one on in the correct position for the support column. This is the upper one, which they don't have shielded right now from view, but they're still working on alignment. Hard to see due to lighting. We'll come back a little bit later and get a better shot of this, but you can see it's still off by quite a bit. Looks like the focus is now on conduit. Looks like scaffolding got extended over the utility building. My thoughts have changed on this building a little bit. I was at first thinking it was going to be something for natural gas or methane, but with all the cooling, I'm beginning to think maybe glycol for cooling of the LSMs, just based on the location next to the electrical room. But who really knows? What's your guess? Throw it in the comments. All right, friends, that's going to do it from Hard Rock for right now, because crews are kind of in the middle of a shift change. The day crew is going to come in and work. So we're going to head over to Islands of Adventure, enjoy some early entry time, go on a couple rides maybe. We'll see how the wait times are. So let's head on over. Just a quick check-in on our way to Islands of Adventure of Category 10. It's still a dirt pushing project. Looks like it's going to be a pretty busy Monday morning at Islands. Well, let's take a quick look on our way to Velocicoaster. What's going on at the Lost Continent? Well, the building is not fully gone yet, but the facade is, and crews have definitely been working overnight. Crews are working today. Next to Mythos, no changes, still about the same. We are ready to ride. All right, friends. So we just got 4 rides done on Velocicoaster. Wait time is now 45 minutes, but we were able to get those 4 rides done in 30 minutes. So make sure to get here early because yeah, it's a very long wait now. Off to see Jurassic Park River Adventure and see what they've changed because from Velocicoaster, looks like they've done some work. So let's go look. Also, it looks like Universal is updating the Coke Freestyle machines to the new UI that Coke is using. Looks good. And we made it to River Adventure. Looks a little bit more bare now for sure. So it looks like they've finally got this completely stripped down. And they've started work on the other one over there. More plywood has been added to this one. And work beginning on the roof way in the back. Over here at Thunder Falls, I don't see anything different. They even still have all the lights on. Wonder when work walls are going to get put up around it. So that's going to do it for Jurassic Park, River Adventure, and Islands of Adventure. We're going to make our way over to Hard Rock now that the sun is up. It's a lot brighter, it's nicer out, before we head into studios for Park Open. Man, look at the crowd by Hagrid's. Currently showing a 75-minute wait, which is actually not terrible for this morning. And we're back. Lighting looks much better. It's so pretty with that deep blue sky. There's so many different head chopper, hand chopper elements on this attraction. Something I want to mention about this crazy new element is those cross ties are really tight together, even up at the higher points of the track, which means you're going to have a lot of stress or high G-forces. So this element is going to be pretty wicked. I do expect a nice pop of airtime coming down it though, especially once you come down here and into this tiny little bunny hill. This should deliver a nice pop going into the overbank. Well, now that track is complete, crews are working on all the other items on the punch list. Our concrete test pad is still in place, but the rest of the site is seeing a lot of conduit and other materials being delivered. Don't see much going on over by the missing support though. That support column is hiding behind all of these boxes. They just kind of delivered all the boxes around it. So it might be a while until they actually get to that. Just a little random thing. I noticed that there's a lot of water and almost like erosion around this support pier. Kind of strange, but they'll take care of that. So crews are also still working on a lot of the groundwork up underneath the spike area. Because of the rain, we got a nice big puddle underneath it again. And still some of the more permanent stormwater drainage materials are hanging out over there. Also, it looks like crews have not done much work on the mid-course brake run or any hardware on it. They've completed all the catwalks, but that's about it. on to other things. All right, let's head on over to Studios for Park Open and see what this great new tower looks like from inside the park. Definitely a busy morning at Studios. We're way in the back. Good morning, Studios. Let's go check out all the updates around the park. There's so much twisted track in this area. Looks amazing. That profiling is just incredibly wicked. Look at that. Also, just something to note is the stall is definitely shorter than Velocicoasters, but depending on the speed of the train, it could feel longer or, based off the time, actually be longer. Also, right here is where a sensor is going to get placed on this element, which means the swing launch area will be treated like a block zone. So once a train clears this point of the element, another train can drop into the spike and switch track area. So there's going to be a lot of trains moving. All right, we're in the mass of people heading in now that they dropped the rope. We're going to head over to the Music Plaza stage, take a look at the elements over there, see if they've done any additional track hardware, and then we'll go back to the station building to see what progress they've made on that. Looks like crews are actually starting to install catwalk for this booster section because it will act like a block as well, so they can stop a train here if they need to. Also, more LSMs have been added. So it does look like crews added more protective coverings over the LSMs. You can tell because the coverings on the right are sunburnt, very yellow, where the ones on the left are very white. But they will get sunburnt really quick. Another thing I want to mention about this area of the launch, there's no catwalks being installed over here because a train will not actually valley in this location or stop. It will stop at a lower point. So they don't need evac catwalks at all in this area. All right, let's go take a look at the station area, see what's different. Looks like a lot more dirt has been delivered in this area, which is kind of interesting. Wonder what kind of landscaping they're going to do out in front. All right, so that's it over by the station building. We're gonna do a lap around Studios to see what else has changed around the park since it is Monday, and typically they work overnight bringing out more Halloween horror props. So let's go see what they've added. Well, so far, it's about the same props, same locations. Well, definitely seeing some added props in the San Francisco area. Looking good. Back over here, we got a couple new food booths. Looking good. Meats. I'm excited to see what the menus will be. Back over by Fear Factor's old stage, I'm not seeing anything different. Looks like weather is starting to blow in already this morning. It's going to be kind of a rainy day. Don't forget, ParkScope does show you the active weather in the area and gives you alerts. That way you know when attractions may go down for any reason, for lightning, rain, or even wind, as some attractions are impacted by that. So having ParkScope Pro will make your decision-making process easier for what rides you want to do. Back behind Simpsons, we are definitely seeing them add in props and facades in front of the 2 different canopies that they have for the houses. So work is definitely starting to pick up. Over in the Fortnite Scare Zone, there really isn't anything different. Moving on. All right, and we made it over to the Hollywood area. Not seeing anything that's big that's been changed. There might be little things here and there, but nothing very evident so far. The Mystery Machine seems a little bit out of place here now. Well, hello, beautiful. Well, I think that's going to do it here at Studios. We're going to head over to City Walk and get our last views from there. And a little bit of an update on the next several videos that I'll be doing for Fast and Furious as well. It looks like crews are definitely working on the cable work right now. All the cable trays are installed. All right, friends, that's going to do it from the Universal Orlando Resort for your Fast and Furious Hollywood Drift construction update. They finally completed all the track. It's complete. It is done. Now crews are focusing on all the little bits, catwalks, LSMs, sensors, all the little things that are a little bit harder to cover. We're obviously going to still be doing updates, but a little bit less frequent than every other day like we have been doing. We're going to maybe move that down to twice a week or so. So make sure you're subscribed with notifications turned on so that if we do actually end up having any major news, we will be here to cover it for you. You shouldn't worry about that. If you guys are heading out to the parks anytime soon, since today's going to be a rainy day, crowd levels look a little light right now, be sure to download ParkScope on your iOS device so that you can stay up to date on all the latest crowd levels, wait times, and more. If you're heading out to the parks, have an awesome park day. And until next time, we'll see you guys around.